Let's play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Malkavian Edition, brought to you on behalf of GameAnyone.com by Frozen Foxy. Prince is promoting me. Really? Hey boss, did some spring cleaning today. Came across something that might tickle you. A kid used to live here. Had an unhealthy crush on everyone's favorite psycho pinup, Jeanette Vorman. I got a touch of nostalgia. So, you find a copy of Tap Hotel starring me. I'll trade you a poster of that luscious lunatic for it. Put the videotape in your mailbox and I'll deliver it to your haven. Lovely. You still around? If you're reading this, I guess you're still among the undead. Got a proposition for you. If you're not too busy, you know where to find me. Won't be too difficult this time, Bertram. Oh, Mr. Tongue. Looks like there's a lot of stuff to do back in Santa Monica. So I guess we're going to be going to Santa Monica for the moment. Jeez. And here I thought I was going to go to Chinatown. Well, let's see if there's anything new on the boob tube.
Freak sandstorm activity is thought to be responsible for the destruction of 2 Navy fighter jets.
Oh yeah?
The jets were returning from a patrol over the Persian Gulf when they disappeared off of radars. A transcript of a final radio exchange between the pilots mentioned wind conditions picking up and skies becoming so thick with sand that the sun was being blocked. Shortly
Really?
after this exchange, there was a garbled shout by the co-pilot and finally radio silence. Military officials have dispatched several units to the area to search for the crew and the missing aircraft. The
Really?
names of the pilots are being withheld until their status can be confirmed. The
was probably emo
Southland
tap.
slasher struck again, this time in downtown Los Angeles. The body of Sean Milton, a former convict that was recently released for good behavior, was found butchered, similarly to the other victims of the serial killer. Police believe there may be a connection between Milton's prison past and the slasher. We'll have a full report on this story later tonight.
I already
Simon
killed him.
Milligan, host of local cable show Haunted LA, and his crew are reported
This is a
missing
lot of stuff
tonight.
we've already heard already.
The team of the popular supernatural-themed program were filming around downtown Los Angeles.
Why do I have
according to the
random
show's
magazines?
producer. But friends and family of the crew
Hooker,
started to worry
World War
when they
III.
failed to return from a night of shooting. No trace
Something
has been
whore.
found yet of the Haunted LA team, and rumors by the show's fans speculate the crew met a supernatural end, though police disagree and have started a sweep of the areas where the crew was filming.
Nothing.
Mistaken identity may have led to a murder outside
Ooh.
the Asphole, where an unidentified man drove a wooden stake into an exiting patron outside the popular Hollywood club. The victim
just
bore
hit him in the back of the
resemblance
neck.
to Ash Rivers, the owner of the Asphole, and investigators are speculating that the assassin meant to kill the popular Hollywood star. Rivers could not be reached for comment.
That's a
Another
good
victim
thing.
of the Southland slasher was found inside the Lucky Star Motel in Hollywood this evening. The
Why do we
fifth
have to keep
attributed
talking about
to the
him?
killer. Police
Jeez,
say that there
I already
is
killed that
ample
guy.
evidence that the slasher was interrupted during the murder.
That's a
and
cool
police are
painting.
asking anyone who might have
I
witnessed
want
the
one of
events to
these.
aid them in their capture
If
of the
anyone
killer.
can tell me
Another
where
murder
this
in
painting
Hollywood
can be
tonight at an
bought,
adult bookstore.
please,
A peep
please
show dancer
do,
was
and
killed in
I'll
the
probably
basement of
buy
the
one of
store,
these
and
for my room.
Investigators are still trying to put the pieces together since no one present saw or heard anything. It is unknown at this time what the motives were, but the police are ruling out the Southland slasher as a suspect. Tourists attempting to pay their respects at actress Ginger Swan's grave at the Hollywood Eternal Cemetery
Oh, here
were
we go.
shocked to discover the grave of the former sex symbol had been vandalized.
Not really.
The star was entombed in the Hollywood Eternal Mausoleum after her death in 1964. Nothing was stolen from the crypt, but estimates put the damage at over $1,000.
I just
Concerned
opened
parent
it,
groups joined
jeez.
several senators on the step of Capitol Hill to protest the latest wave of violent video games.
Yeah, we heard that already.
Senator Limperman called the games pornography and was offended by crude shots taken at him by one recent
Mr.
game.
Limp Dickman.
Among the titles
Oh.
the group is trying to get banned from stores are Mangle Garden, Rape and Pillage, and Abe Lincoln Teaches Killing. Protesters
I wanna
say that
play Abe
extended
Lincoln
media
Teaches
attention
Killing.
towards
That would be
exploited
awesome.
Games such as Meth Tycoon promotes parental awareness of their adult content and lessens children's interest in the taboo-themed games. Religious tourists have been flocking in droves to the Santa Maria Church in Santiago, Spain, after several...
Alright, that's enough of that. Too many things that we've already heard. Let's see what's on the radio.
Deb's back, and she's got a fresh cup of coffee ready to take it into the AM.
Oh yeah?
In case you didn't know it, you're tuned into the Deb of Night.
No, I knew it.
I'm your lovely hostess. Feel free to fantasize about me all But please don't send any more drawings. The lines are all full, so why don't I provide some release? Line 3, you're speaking to me.
Sup, Deb?
And what have you
Sup?
been up to tonight, caller? Wink, wink.
I'm getting I messed up, Deb! Woo!
What's the occasion?
It's a weekday!
Oh!
Hey, Deb! Hey, Deb! Hey, Deb!
Yes, General.
I hate weekdays.
Oh, man. I had this amazing idea. You ready for this?
All night.
You know all those problems we've been having in the Mideast?
Yes, those damn Virginians.
Okay, so I figured this out, right? Okay. So if we want peace in the Mideast, think about it. What makes people peaceful? Smoking the sensimilla. And what brings people together? Pizza. So think on this. For half the cost of one of those blockbuster bombs, we could buy enough pizza and enough herb for everybody over there. And then bam, instant best buds, man.
Just say no, dude.
And extra pepperoni. You guys take credit cards?
Moving on. Line 4 is keeping you up tonight.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm about to reveal something that I'm putting my life on the line. But the people of this city and this country and this planet, they have the right
Love
to
this
know
guy.
that you understand.
What's the word, Gomez?
Gomez.
There are
Awesome.
a lot of organizations that would do anything in their power to keep this a secret.
I don't doubt.
Deb, this is really serious now. Can I finish? All right. Everyone knows they've got cameras at every stoplight so that the government can keep tabs on our comings and goings.
Yeah.
Did you know that they then sell access to their databases to the Illuminati? And using that information to compile a list of the most frequently traveled routes, and then opening new locations of their well-known chain of coffee houses in the most profitable locations? And did you
Well-known
also know that they
coffee
use
house.
those funds to support
Starbucks?
and solar power?
You.
Makes sense now.
Well, the Illuminati, control all the world's energy, and because they monitor all of our energy usage, they can tell who is not watching television, and therefore know who is not receiving the subliminal messages that they send to keep the sheep putting their money in banks and away from their secret headquarters, aka Wyoming.
Amazing.
Wyoming?
Anything else that you've turned up lately?
I thought that was where the women are men and the men are men and the sheep are scared.
It's a myth. All they do with those bottles and cans is collect DNA samples from your saliva so that they can clone you and train your clone to assassinate you and assume your identity should you go poking your nose into the whole global warming business.
Thank you, Gomez. I hate to interrupt this mentally stimulating conversation, but the people who keep me chained to the console at this radio station, in my underwear no less,
Ooh.
want you to spend money on this stuff.
Last year, Democratic candidate Michael Redmond bought a sports utility vehicle.
How do I
3
spend
months
no
later,
money
two
on
separate
voting?
incidences of hit and runs by an unidentified SUV in his area.
I don't know how that
Is
works.
Democratic candidate Michael Redmond's
I don't want to give a
Can you
donation.
afford to take that chance? Can your children? Vote Republican Senator Robert Thorne, a candidate that has never committed vehicular homicide. Democratic candidate Michael Redmond has never publicly stated his opinion on child pornography. Is it because he's hiding something?
We've heard this
Would you
commercial
want
already.
child pornographer voting on
I
this
want new
issue?
commercials.
Who do you trust
Now.
in the future of
Gimme,
something
gimme.
like that? Vote Republican Senator Robert Thorne, a candidate that is committed to locking up child pornographers. Democratic candidate Michael Redmond recently sued Senator Robert Thorne for accusing Redmond of being a murderous child pornographer. But Redmond had previously said he was against clogging up courts with frivolous lawsuits. Wouldn't this make him a hypocrite? Would you want a hypocrite as your next congressman? Would you want your children to become hypocrites?
What else you got?
Vote Republican Senator Robert Thorne, a candidate not accused of being a murderous child pornographer. Preparing for a business sales pitch but don't know how to sell your ideas?
Yes.
Try virtual meeting.
So, if
Really?
we convert advertising away from expensive television spots and spread it around full-page ads in the leading men's magazines, we can...
That's an idea, but here is what I think we should do.
But I didn't
yeah?
finish.
Yes, that's a good point, but everyone listen to my idea.
But I think...
That's true. However, I don't think that our target market will be willing to accept such a radical approach.
Ooh.
Listen to what I have to say on the subject. Are you ready? Good. This is a winner.
And virtual meeting doesn't just help with meetings. It can also prepare you for debating your ideas on the internet.
So, I think if the Democrats are going to have a chance at the office, they are going to have to embrace the more liberal sect of the voter bloc.
Shut up, Chard.
I majored in political science. I think I
Yeah,
know what
that
I'm
sounds like
talking
an
about.
internet meeting,
Laugh
alright.
Out loud. You are so gay.
Virtual meeting, the only meeting preparation device to own.
That was a good idea, which was mine originally. Chard.
In 1984, a generation of children were introduced to a toy that became an instant classic.
The Nintendo?
20 years later, that toy is transforming to blend into a whole new environment.
Hey,
What is it?
Bob, right? Mind if I borrow your stapler?
You want staples? Get some of these, Execucon! Nah!
Take control of the noble office bots as they wage slave their secret
Office
war
bots?
against the evil Execucons.
Hey, I'm gonna be here pretty late. Do you mind if I get a cup of that coffee?
Graphitron transform! Coffee is for closers, office bot!
Collect 30 different corporate robots as they battle for workplace supremacy.
Look out, Optical Mouse Prime, it's cell phoner!
Optical
I've got
Mouse
your number,
Prime.
employees, and you're all getting called in this weekend!
Office bots, transform and clock in.
Oh, God.
Defocus!